And we are rolling.
So yesterday, or Saturday, it was Saturday, I experienced a fight in the UK for the first time, the Quigg Frampton fight in Manchester, and it was insane. Like the fans, I've never seen fans like that into an event.
Right.
How important is the UK, the fans here, and also the UK as a market economically, to this promotion and to this fight?
Well, this is a global event, and it was a must to fly over the pond and make sure that we bring this fight, this promotion to the fans, because that's how important the UK market is. That's how important this is an international fight, and we feel that that we did it justice by coming over here. For that reason, because the fans mean so much to us down here in the UK, all over the world. So the fact that Amir Khan is the biggest star here in the UK now, presently, and Canelo is the biggest star in Mexico and in the US, it calls just for a global event.
You'd seen how passionate UK fans are with Ricky Hatton, when Ricky Hatton was fighting with Golden Boy Promotions against Floyd Mayweather. And I think you guys did a show with Ricky Hatton and Juan Lascano.
Lascano,
Yeah.
yes, 60,000 people at the Wembley Stadium.
Yeah, that was Wembley Stadium.
That was Wembley Stadium. Look, the fans, when they support a fighter, their very own, I mean, they support them to the fullest. I mean, we will be having thousands and thousands of fans from the UK fly out for that special weekend on Cinco de Mayo weekend.
So you experienced that years ago. So was that in your mind when you were thinking about opponents for Canelo Alvarez for May 7th? Was that a factor in choosing Amir Khan as an opponent?
Well, I was thinking, what fighter is out there that can create the biggest noise, create the biggest event, the more exciting fight, all wrapped into one. I mean, like I said, you have the biggest fighter in the UK, the biggest fighter in Mexico and in the US. You have the biggest venue with the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. This can be the perfect storm for boxing. This can be an event that people will be talking about for a very long time. And outside the ring, we're creating this huge spectacle. But let me tell you one thing: inside the ring, it's gonna be one of those fights where you sure you don't want to miss.
So we sat down with Amir Khan at his gym in Bolton, England on Saturday, and I asked him, had you ever thought about Canelo Alvarez as an opponent? He said, no, not really. I said, when did he pop into your head? He said, well, Oscar texted me about, would I be interested in it? And he said, oh, he had to think about it. He'll get back to you, right? So he thinks about it for a couple days, and he said he watched tape of Alvarez with Virgil Hunter, and then got right back to you. You know what? Yeah, we'll take that fight. So being a fighter yourself, a former fighter, former champion, who went up in weight and often fought big dudes, Fernando Vargas. What does Amir Khan see in Canelo Alvarez that he believes he can exploit?
Well, look, Amir Khan is a fighter. He's a proud fighter. He wants to take on all comers. He believes in himself. He's cocky in a way where in his heart, in his mind, he believes that he's gonna beat you, and that's what makes Amir Khan. Amir Khan is exciting to watch. When has Amir Khan ever been in a boring fight? He's always in it. He's always, he's a hard worker. He's disciplined, and he wants to take on the very best. And Amir Khan deserves the big fights. He's been sheltered for a year now, on the shelves, not doing anything. And so when I talked to Amir Khan, and when we made this fight with his father and his lawyer, Robert Davis, This was a no-brainer for Canelo and for Amir Khan and for the fans.
Did you kind of feel for Amir Khan for a couple of years there? He was chasing Floyd Mayweather.
Absolutely.
And then, you know, supposedly in negotiations with Manny Pacquiao, and he can't get those guys in the ring. I mean, as a former fighter, again, I mean, did you have some empathy for him not being able to land that mega fight?
Well, as a former fighter, I understand why these fighters avoided him. I understand the styles. I understand Amir's capabilities of beating these guys, you know, because of his style. He's a fighter who steps up and you know, when he's determined, when he's in shape, when everything is perfect, he can be a very dangerous fighter, dangerous boxer, for that matter. So when I thought about him not landing Mayweather or Pacquiao or the big fights out there, I mean, this was for me a no-brainer.
So is that what makes this matchup intriguing to you, is the style matchup?
What makes it intriguing is the excitement that we're going to get. You know, I mean, we say the bang for your buck. I mean, this is going to be one of those fights where you know, not just because of the brand new arena in Las Vegas, not just because they're global superstars, Amir and Canelo, but the fact that the styles are going to make the fight. This is speed versus power.
So what does each fighter have to do to win?
I think they have to fight a perfect fight. I think Canelo has to go in there and do what he's never done before, and that's cut off the ring. He has to work on his footwork. He has to work on his waist movement, kind of like Chavez did. Put a lot of pressure, but cutting off the ring, and that's something that Canelo has been lacking in his past fights. I mean, we saw it with Lara.
Yeah.
We saw it with Floyd Mayweather. We saw it with fighters where they box him, they try to box him, and Canelo's been having some difficult times with that. So this is one of those fights where Canelo has to think outside the box and stick to his game plan.
What about Amir Khan? What does he have to do?
Amir Khan has to throw his combinations and not stay in the middle, and use lateral movements. You know, stick that jab and just keep throwing combinations. But one thing about Amir that we love, and that's why everybody watches him, is because he will stay there and trade with you. He will stay there and fight you, because that's how proud he is. He's a proud fighter, and he's one fighter that everybody wants to see.
So if this fight is close, say it goes the distance, or there's a late stoppage, but it was tit for tat, can you see a rematch or even like a series between these two?
It all depends what happens. It all depends on the outcome. I mean, if Amir wins, then obviously we have a rematch clause. Mm-hmm. You know, so you never know. In boxing, you never know. I mean, I remember this little Filipino guy who you know, I fought in my last fight. You know, was the underdog. Nobody ever thought that he could ever beat me. This was one of those classic matchups where you know, the bigger guy is too strong and too powerful for the small guy, and we all know what happened there.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Excellent.
All right.